Happy Valentine's Day. It's Amanda here with your 17 rune scope. This month I'm going to be using, in conjunction with the runes, of course, the Pagan Tarot. And this has artwork by Luca Raimondi and Cristiano Spadoni, for those of you that are interested in that. Also, after this reading, be sure to join me over on the Vimeo channel for part 2 of this reading. I'll be pulling for your spiritual guidance reading for the month of February, one card from the Vintage Wisdom Oracle by Victoria Mosley. This is a beautiful deck that my sister got me as a gift. So we're breaking it in this month. Of course, as promised over on Vimeo, your Teen Love Rune Scope is now available as well. So, and your career and finance reading for Teen Rune Scope for Teen is over there as well. So you have to load more to get to the career and finance. It's kind of under everything else, but it is there. So the link is below this video to the channel over there. So just click or tap show more. And that will take you over there, and you can purchase those videos if you would like. Also, your free Teen Yearly Rune Scope is up here on YouTube. If you just click or tap the little I info button here in this video, you can watch that after this video. So definitely want to check that out. That covers all areas. The videos on Vimeo are just more centered on those specific topics for those of you that are interested in that. So without further ado, let's take a look and see what February holds for you. Hi there, Gemini. Let's jump in February and see what's going on. What will be going on in general for the thousands of you that watch this. February. Let's see which runes want to talk about. February for Geminis. What do you need to know? What will help you the most? Worry. Now, as always, gems, as I said, these are general readings, so not all messages will apply specifically to you because there's so many Geminis watching. Some messages will be for them. Do check out the video for your rising sign as well to get a more well-rounded view in general. If you would like something far more specific, then do contact me for a private session. I do those on Skype. They are $5 for minutes. Just drop me a line at runescopes4u@gmail.com. That's the number 4 and the letter U. Information's also below this video, and we can set up an appointment and take a look at the year ahead for you personally, without all the trying to fit the puzzle pieces together. But now one of the tarot cards jumped out for you, so I've already got it set up over here. The cards jump out. Always got to include them. The challenge or focus for Gemini in the month of February is the Fool, the energy of the Fool, taking a risk, or someone close to you taking a risk that you don't agree with. Because the Fool is an energy, it can be travel energy, like literally going on a new journey or going, far from home. So some of you could have a child or someone that you're close to, someone that you care about, that you feel is setting off on a journey they're not prepared for. Now, this doesn't have to be a literal journey, although they could be moving. They could be going to university and moving away from home, taking on a job, or maybe a relationship that you feel like they're not prepared for. Some of you feel like someone close to you is not thinking things through. They're taking a silly risk. And your challenge would be to let this person fail. Or maybe they won't. Maybe your challenge is to wish them the best of luck and be supportive, even though you not agree with their journey. Now, Gemini, this could also be you setting off on a new journey and someone close to you being concerned and saying, be sure you thought this through. Although Geminis normally, that air signs, you live in the mind. So you normally are very analytical and analyze things from every angle before you jump into something. But it could be you. There's an innocence with the Fool. He doesn't have any experience. He's very naive and, is collecting experiences, is learning through experiences. But and in order to learn from our experiences, we have to muck up, right? We have to mess up. So I feel like for many of you, this is you kind of watching someone taking a risk that you feel like they haven't thought through, or, and having the ability to sort of step back and, you can certainly state these concerns, but you're going to want to do it in a way that's not critical, which can sometimes be a challenge for air signs. Look, I support you in this, but, make sure that if there's any way you can be more sure about this, or, just make sure that whoever this is, they know that, you will be there for them no matter how this turns out, no matter, you wish them luck, but you're just concerned because you feel like maybe they're taking on too much. There's too big of a commitment, or, maybe they've bitten off more than they can chew, that sort of energy here. So that's the challenge or focus of worry. Now, some of you may be going back and forth trying to make a decision, and one day some risk that you're considering seems like a good idea, but then the next day you're like, oh, that would be a really dumb thing to do. So it's kind of like, maybe it's a free choice here, Gemini. It could turn out really, really great, or it could turn, as most things are, or it could turn out to be the worst thing that you've ever done. Let's move along and see if we can get more information here. The energy as you move into we've got the elemental of pentacles in reverse. So this is a young person, again, a younger energy. Elementals in this deck are the pages in other decks. So the elemental of pentacles could be an earth sign energy, Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo, although it doesn't have to be. And in the reverse, and also that kind of goes in line with this rune that was over here next to the Fool. This is someone who, they're just naive. They don't have the experience. They don't have the wisdom to do what they're trying to do. Or maybe it's somebody who is like, I'm not going to go to school, because this is often the card of the student. And in the reverse, it could be, someone who's just like it doesn't have an academic mind, maybe they want to drop out of school. And you're like, oh, snap, I really think that's a bad idea. Or they're not wanting to go to university, or they're wanting to quit university before they have their degree and just get a job. And, but this can also be the lazy child. I got to say it. It could be that it's just like, they are smart. They're just not applying themselves. They don't want to do the work. They don't want to invest the time, energy, or work that goes along with this. Now, this can also, with these pentacles, this can also be like news of someone saying, hey, can you lend me some money? Can you, and that be the risk that you're having, Gemini. It's like, okay, yeah, I can give this person money, but I know I'm not going to get it back. But you feel like if you don't lend them the money, they'll, cut you out of their life or something. And honestly, Gemini, anybody that's going to do that, whether it's your kid or not, that's not energy to be tolerated. So, and maybe it's just a matter of, if this is your child or one of your kids, you're just going to have to make it clear that, okay, if you drop out of school, that's your decision. I don't agree with it, but you're going to have to get a job before you drop out of school, because I'm not going to support you until you find a job. Once you drop out of school, you're on your own. You're not going to live with me and sponge off me sitting on the couch playing video games until you find something. No can do. If they want to get out there and carve their own path, well, they need to literally get out there and carve their own path, Gemini. Now, for some of you, maybe you've been in school and you're like, this is not the right path for me. I need to make a change, or, I'm just really finding this too difficult. So again, yeah, some of you, it could be you, Gemini, that you are, but this would be really early on in your career. If it's coming up for most of you as a page, it would maybe be something that you tried and it's like, oh no, that's not for me. Now, some of you, other people see you as, they be thinking or kind of putting that energy on you, where they feel like you're lazy, you're giving up, you just don't want to do something anymore. But really, it's literally like you just don't have. It's not your thing, and we all have to follow our own path. and everybody's not always going to agree with it. The same as if, this kid of yours is saying this, and, you have to be the one that's kind of like, okay, well, I don't agree with that, but it is your life, whatever, but I'm not supporting you. You're going to have to, if you want to be on your own, go your own way, you're really going to go your own way. But I feel like any of you that are changing, or maybe looking to make a career change, or maybe even change your major, change what you're studying, you have a goal in mind. Like there's something that you're really fixated on, and it's actually going to be a better path for you. And for some of you, even for, your kid, maybe that's just going to be the better path. Not everybody, other people have talents and are gifted in working with their hands or doing other things that they don't even, they don't need a college degree, or the degree that they would end up getting. It's not going to help them on their journey, whatever that particular journey is. So I just see misunderstandings, whether it's you making this change or, someone close to you. The perception of you or other people is going to be, it's so hard to get outside our own heads and tell ourselves, okay, this is, that's their path, if that's what they want to do, especially when it's someone you care for and you feel like they're making a mistake. But hopefully maybe this reading will let you know that this change is actually going to be better for them. Whatever this new way that they're going, whatever they're going to discover on this journey is something that they're going to be very passionate about and really put a lot of effort into. And there's a lot of luck. They'll be in the right place at the right time. They're going to get lucky. Maybe somebody is like, mom or dad, they're saying this to you, Gemini, I'm going to quit a day job and I'm going to start a band. Or I'm going to quit a job and I'm just going to write a book. If there is something like that and your mind is screaming, oh God, you're never going to make any money doing that. First of all, don't say that, but second of all, just be like, well, okay, but I would, definitely make sure you have a day job until that takes off, because I can't support you. I will support you in school. I will support you, if that's truly the way you feel. But not, you can come live with me and just sit on the couch and not write this book or start this band or not contribute to the household in any way. They have to have a job. That's just good parenting. Because, otherwise they will stay this naive forever and never get anywhere in life. So, but those of you that have a creative kid or someone setting off on a venture that you feel like is a sure lose, they'd be really gifted at it. I mean, it'd be their spirit guides taking them in that direction. But I mean, they're going to have to be making a living somehow. Now, the help that's coming in for you and Tori, we've got the moon reversed. So, an onsus, communication, but again, academia, strong information on school. A lot of cards and runes here about school, communications, media, the internet, messages. Some of you or someone close to you may have gotten news that they didn't get into a program, they didn't get into a university, or they've been put on the wait list. Maybe there's something like that going on. Maybe some course of study has been delayed, but that seems to be part of the journey here. There's a lot that can't be seen right now because the moon card is here, but it's in the reverse. So, when the moon card is in reverse, it can mean, things are no longer in the darkness, things coming to light, understanding, finally coming in. So whatever this misunderstanding is, or whatever this situation was where you were maybe concerned about somebody jumping into something too quickly that didn't make sense to you, all will be revealed through communication. So I think the help coming in is just for you to have an open, honest conversation with whoever is either questioning you taking a risk or whoever you are concerned about that maybe is taking a risk. Open, honest communication will reveal all. And definitely keeping the criticalness out of it as best you can. And I think you're going to find out things you didn't know. maybe about how hard someone was having it in the situation they were in. Whether it was a course of study, whether it was school, a relationship, a job, whatever. Maybe you didn't know what all was going on behind the scenes. Or maybe other people haven't known what you've been going through behind the scenes, Gemini. And, it's time that you can kind of reveal all of that. And that's how you'll get understanding. Also, some good advice coming in from someone close to you. So you'd be consulting someone, close to you and saying, hey, I'm really concerned about this person, but I don't want to push them away. I don't want to offend them by what I say. What would you do? What would you say? Don't be afraid to talk to a friend or someone that you trust for some additional guidance on this, Gemini. Now, what must be accepted about worry? We've got the Seven of Chalices in reverse. So Seven of Cups is what this is in other decks. And in reverse, this has to do with, bringing something, an idea or someone back down to the ground. It's because in the upright, it's all about illusion and fantasy, a fantasy job, a fantasy career path. And, this is kind of just like what we were talking about before, it may be called upon Gemini to pull someone back, rein someone back in to the reality of a situation or the circumstances, or somebody doing that to you. The thing is, even if you try to be as gentle as possible with someone, some of you be dealing with someone who's very sensitive and their feelings are going to get hurt anyway because they're going to feel like you don't believe in them. You don't have confidence in their abilities. Or Gemini, again, you could be feeling this way. Maybe you're the one that's like, I'm going to quit a job and write the great American novel or the great, German novel, wherever you live. The great, French novel. The great English novel, the great Australian novel, wherever you are. And it's your family or people coming at you and saying, oh, really? How many people have said that? So you're feeling be hurt and you'd be sorry you kind of put yourself out there. But if it is you, Gemini, there is one person though that you trust and you really desire their input. But be prepared to hear that, they say to you, do you really think that that's practical? Or, do you have a plan for, bringing in money so that you can do both? I don't think it's not that they don't have confidence in you, Gemini. And the same if it's you, although for some of you, maybe you don't have confidence in this person, but it may not be that they don't have confidence in you, but they just know how hard it is, even for people with talent in certain areas to even get a chance. So, it's hard to see it from that perspective, but it could be, maybe they've never read anything you've written. Maybe you should have them, read something that you've done. But some of you feel too vulnerable to do that. Like you're not ready to reveal it. But it's not always that someone doesn't have confidence in our abilities, but that they know how tough it is to make a living in the arts. Anything creative is, it's tougher because there are some people who want to do that sort of thing. So try not to take things personally. If it's someone, Gemini, who is just concerned about you, they don't want you to have your heart broken or be disappointed. But the same thing, if it's you kind of trying to guide someone else or give them your 2 cents, try very hard, kind of handle them with kid gloves. You can give someone common sense, but not hurt their feelings in the process. The outcome is the Sun reversed. This is still a good card, even in the reverse. It does mean, kind of delayed gratification or delayed celebration. It can be shaken confidence in a goal, shaken confidence in something you're setting out. So it's going right along with the reading here. Some new beginning that you want to start and not feeling totally confident in it yet. But again, that'd be because it's a totally new journey. So, or you not feeling totally confident in this new journey of this person close to you. But there's luck here twice. because we've got Thor's rune and also Ingwa. So, I mean, a lot of luck around new projects, new beginnings, new pathways. I feel like whether it's you or this other person, you're being led to do this, or they are being led to do this. And kind of part of the whole proving themselves, or you proving yourself, is to deal with naysayers, to deal with people who are saying. So if it is you kind of trying to ground someone, you're part of the process, but it's meant to kind of see if they will go ahead and do it anyway, despite what you're saying, despite your good advice, Gemini. But hopefully they will keep in mind what you're saying, because I feel like mostly what you're saying is, you know, hey, just think about this before you do this, or, you know, just make sure that you've got a plan for how to support yourself until this new gig pays off, or, you know, do you really want to move in with this person so soon? Do you really want to get married this soon? Are you ready to have children? I mean, it's those kinds of things where you're like, yikes. But the truth is, whatever it is, this person has to do this in order to get where they're going. Or you have to do this in order to get where you're going. But that's what I see for the general reading. Very focused reading, Gemini. And this could just be one area of life. Again, watch your rising sign, maybe to see more what's going on in your love life. Or definitely check out your teen love reading. Because whatever this is seems to be the predominant energy of free. But meet me over on Vimeo. I'm going to pull your spiritual guidance card from Vintage Wisdom Oracle by Victoria Mosley, and we'll see what further guidance we can get on your reading here. I'll meet you over there, and I'll see you back here next month.